You have any extra specific query?
Yes, there were two questions that I posed to you some time ago. One was relating to the potency of the glance of Mahavishnu. I wanted to know in more detail, and more importantly, really, I wanted to know in more detail Mahaprabhu's journey. Actually, Mahaprabhu was intending to go to Vrindavan, but ended up in Shantipur. I wanted to hear more about this Leela.
Sweet, very sweet.
In detail.
To another 2 hours. In details. Krishna here. At least couple of hours. See the glance from the Supreme Lord. Glance casted by Supreme Lord Vishnu has got so much glories, unlimited glories. The narration of the glories of the most wonderful, meaningful glance emanating from Lord Vishnu and causing creations of the universe has been so great, The narration of the glories, I mean. First of all, we need to understand this foundational truth about the nature of the glance casted by whether Sri Vishnu or Krishna or Srimati Radharani. That glance is, of course, not any common type of glance. Okay, that glance has got transcendental potencies, so much fulfilled with transcendental potencies within, and which is able to fulfill many aspects of the truths on the plane of perfection. Although the conception of the glance from Mahavishnu or Krishna or Srimati Radharani is like it forms a visual aspect, like a ray of light emanating from the eyes, visual aspect. But its real meaning is much more than only its visual conception, visual aspect or visual concept of the glance. Okay, its Jyoti aspect is one main foundational aspect of the glance, the Jyoti, light aspect, ray aspect. Other than that, that glance also accommodates within the concept of its living beauty, its potency of transmission of the power through that path of light, emanating from the lotus eyes of Vishnu or Krishna or Srimati Radharani, transmitting the divine potencies. And the transmission through the path of the transmission of the potencies, divine potency, it contains visual aspect, sound aspect, okay, touch aspect, taste aspect, smelling aspect, feeling aspects. It works like the way Krishna's each and every sense of Krishna works, perceives all other aspects of perception. In other words, each sense of Krishna is qualified to perceive, to do the function of all other senses. In other words, each sense of Krishna is so qualified to be performing the function of other sense organs. A similar concept. A glance emanating from the lotus eyes of Lord Vishnu or Krishna or Srimati Radharani is so full of potency, although it is emanating, manifesting through Jyoti form, to the form of luster, beam of effulgence, beam of divine light, but it is able to do the functions of other conceptions of perception,
Krishna.
such as not only visual aspect, but also sound aspect, Shabda Brahma aspect. It can transmit the potency of the Shabda Brahma, of smelling the divine fragrance, or smelling the fragrance aspect, touching aspect, tasting aspect, feelings aspect, all fulfilled within. Just even the path of glance is so potent, fulfilled with the aspects of the potencies of all these, what I have just explained.
Ashray Bishai.
Ashray Bishai together. Like the way Krishna's eyes can not only see, but can hear, can smell fragrance, can touch, can taste like tongue. Similarly, feel everything. Krishna's ear not only can hear, Krishna's ear can not only relish hearing, but can do the function of seeing, smelling, touching.
And then transmitting.
Yes.
Krishna.
Tasting and then finally transmitting. To others. Similar. So Krishna's each and every organ, like I only gave 2 examples, eyes and ear. All, nose also same. It's to understand the same way applicable, tongue applicable. Even Krishna's flute sound, Krishna playing the flute, the sound, raga ragini emanating from Krishna's flute, also self-perfect, self-fulfilled, although manifesting in the sound of the Brahma form, but this can also do the functions of other. The same Sabda Brahma form of Krishna's flute sound can be transformed into other aspects and contribute in Krishna Leela, Radha Krishna Leela. Just as flute in Shantarasa, normally flute, bamboo flute made, flute played by Krishna made of bamboo remains in Shantarasa. But often that bamboo flute becomes alive by drinking the nectar of the lips of Krishna. Krishna's lip nectar, it no more remains as bamboo in Shantarasa. It can no more remain in Shantarasa way. Just made of bamboo, becomes alive. Although still posing in the Shantarasa like bamboo flute, but actually it is alive, it becomes alive. Like you can find where visually you cannot see electricity running through. As soon as you touch the wire, you know it's live. Not just metal, not just in a dead metal kind. Okay, it's alive. It's a limited example, analogy, but Krishna's bamboo becomes suckingly, it brings sucking happiness instead of sucking electric shock. I don't mean the negative example like that, but I'm just using it to give some idea towards. Wire is no more just ordinary wire, it's alive. You touch, you get shock.
And the gopis perceive this,
so if you touch bamboo flute of Krishna, that Krishna's flute made of bamboo, that time you become sucked with certain type of ecstasy. It's like shockingly exciting taste of ecstasy, taste of bliss, bliss waves, shocks of bliss waves by touching Krishna's bamboo flute, so alive. Not only it is tasting, but it can immediately transfer its taste, what it is going through. Can happen.
Krishna.
So, things of the Santarasa, they get so alive. Although posing in Santarasa become so alive, they surpass Santarasa level by the sweet will, sweet granting, by the gracious granting of Krishna Radhika, their sweet will. River water, air, ether, surroundings become alive, surcharged with ambrosial experience of life and ecstatic energy, rather than just staying like in common water, as common water or common wind or ether.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he lists all of the Udipans, Radha Kunda Tatta Kunja Kutir, Megabatash, all of these things, Chinho, all of these things that are the Udipan,
Uddipana.
Stimulants.
Yes, and stimulants means not only through their visualizations, not only by visualizing, by our visualizations of them, okay, but by associating with them through vision, through sight, through touching, through embracing, okay,
Engaging.
engaging, by associating. That's why in a word, by associating with them in their company, they're working as stimulants.
Wonderful.
Different ways. Visual way, to the form of the vision, to the form of sound, to the form of touch, to the form of engaging in serving them, associating with them, to the form of feeling into them, feeling into their being and existence and their special contributions in Radha Krishna Leela, feeling into that through bhava, you get a lot of stimulations. Deepana. And sometimes it can be reciprocative. Not only a devotee getting stimulated, in a reciprocative way, they also become releasing. They also are releasing. Which substance of Radha Kunda devotees are relating to, they are also relating, reciprocating with the devotees. It's a mutual reciprocation on the higher plane. On the higher plane of transcendence, all become mutual reciprocations between the devotees and those transcendental things which are working as ambrosially, divinely stimulants. They are reciprocative. Flows going on, reciprocative way, not one way. Not one way. Plural ways. Multiple plural ways, reciprocation is possible. Like when the divine couple surrounded by their beloved associates are taking bath in Sri Radha Kunda or other kundas together, having their beloved place together, all other beloved associates. So the taste, the relish of such, ambrosial relish of such leelas are so mutually reciprocative, of mutually reciprocative character between divine couple and the beloved associates, between them and divine couple. Their own individual relish, and individual relish also becoming enriched with reciprocative relishes, mutually mutually reciprocative releases. Okay. And mutually reciprocative releases become so enriched, enhanced with one's own individual releases. Very mystically wonderful character. It's so unlimitedly mystical, wonderful character.
This is what I'm hankering for.
Yes.
Exactly.
Often it cannot be understood or cannot be judged or explained just in one way. Not through one color. It's a rainbow color. It's a rainbow. Our mundane concept of the rainbow has got limitations. Only limitations. But the concept of the Radha Krishna Leela rainbow has no limitations. Mundane concept of the rainbow has got limitation. But it looks beautiful. One entity, colorful. Seven colors, na? সাতটা রং আছে না?
Blue, red, green.
Blue, red, green. Kala. Seven colors.
সাতটা আছে।
Seven. Kala. Vibjyor.
আমার বাকি আছে দুটো।
Vibjyor. No.
ঠিক আছে।
Okay. So, just as we cannot conceive of a rainbow just in black and white way, or through one or two colors, but all the seven colors unified together. That's the full concept of the rainbow. And what to speak more of the full conception of the Radha Krishna Leela rainbow. There are many more colors compared to what we see in the mundane rainbow concept. So, here I am giving the example of rainbow, not only in a visual sense, colorful sense, but to describe the multiple beautiful aspects, sound aspects, beauty aspects, sound aspects, fragrance aspects, touching aspects, taste aspects, feelings aspects, sharing aspects, all are happening like colorful rainbow way. So many colorful, fragranceful, tasteful, beautiful, wonderful, feelingfuls, soundful, music, okay, how to say, melodyfuls, transcendentally, visually transcendental rainbow-like ways. If you conceive of a rainbow through ragini, melodious ways, if you conceive of any rainbow through taste aspect, delicious taste aspects, if you conceive of any rainbow through feelings aspects, different aspects of the feelings of happiness, different flavors of happiness, blissfulness, then that's what I mean, what I want to explain. That's how is the conception of transcending, not only transcendental, transcending concepts of the Radha Krishna Leela.
Wonderful.
To the limitless.
Wonderful.
To the limitlessness. Srila Guru Maharaj very wonderfully explained some places of his lecture, Harikatha. Eye beauty is translated into ear beauty, is translated into smell beauty, translated into taste beauty, translated into feelings beauty. Sound beauty is translated into eye beauty, visual beauty. Translated into fragrance beauty, smell beauty. Translated into taste beauty, okay, or feelings beauty. Similarly, fragrance beauty translated into eye beauty, sound beauty, taste beauty, feelings, all can be transformed into each other. Okay, things happen on the plane of perfection, of Prakita Goloka Vrindavan, in such ways, so we cannot judge them, understand them in a limitedly mundane ways with limited mundane concepts of the things. Each aspect is contributing to other aspect of the Leela. They are complementing each other, supplementing each other, nourishing, nurturing each other,
In relationship.
Krishna
at the center.
Krishna and Radhika.
Krishna at the center.
Yes, exactly. So back to the point. The glands emanating from Lord Vishnu, from Krishna's, so potent, so divinely potent, so fulfilled within itself, so many aspects of the potency to be transmitted for creation and maintenance, universal creations and maintenance. Destruction is another function. It's not the function of glands. Pralaya happens by other faculty of the Lord. Rudra form. Expansion of Lord Krishna and Rudra form. Mahadeva Rudra form.
Acha. Very interesting.
But glands is mostly utilized for creation and maintenance. Ikshanam. Maya Sijattada. Glands coming, falling into Mahamaya potency. And then in conjunction, unification. With the glands of Lord Vishnu, glands casted by Lord Vishnu, and then Mahamaya potency. Then Srishti, mundane. It's not transcendental creation. Creation of the mundane universe happening.
But agitating,
conjugal connections. Agitating means conjugal connections. Glands casted by, say, Vishnu or Krishna. Okay, and connecting with Mahamaya potency directly. Okay, both are alive. It should be considered live energy, not like inert material energy. Mahamaya potency is also of live energy, reciprocative nature of energy. Like happens in conjugal relations. Of course, Vishnu's glands also. So Vishnu's glands and Mahamaya energy reciprocating with each other, they're affecting. So agitated means Vishnu's glands is affecting Mahamaya energy. Okay, through conjugal way. Mysteriously through conjugal activities. And creation happening. Creation coming up. Universal creation coming up. It's not coming up through Big Bang theory. These are all childish way. These scientists cannot go beyond any material concept of the explanation. They have to have something material. Okay, other they cannot do anything, go anything They cannot do anything or conceive of anything beyond material way.
Maya aparahita jnani.
Maya aparita jnana asurin bhavamasi. So they cannot. So they cannot conceive of the reality which is starting from the spirit, pure spirit. Even matter also being created by the foundational source, which is spirit. Even the seed of the matter is found in the spirit. It is because it is self-evident, self-dependent, self-evident, self-fulfilled, a spirit, divine spirit. And here we find both a spiritual activity, the glance emanating from the lotus eyes of Lord Vishnu or Krishna casted by them, and now meeting their energy, meeting his own energy, Vishnu or Krishna's energy, Mahamaya. Now having conjugation, having conjugal relations, activities, both are live energy form, Shakti form, okay? And now from that spiritual activity, purely potent spiritual activity is universal creation coming out. Universal creation start happening and then getting maintained. You see, maintenance is also another form of continuous creative activities. That's how things are maintained. Everything is changing. Every moment, Sisti Sthiti Layam happening. But that's how it's everything getting maintained. Our body is not the same body like we had in the young days. So many changes happening. So through changes, see, newer cells, old cells getting replaced by the newer cells every moment, every particular time point, every particular time period, old cells dying, getting replaced by new cells. Again, new cells are getting old, dying. Body getting maintained. Old cells coming up, new cells coming up, staying for a while, and then dying, replaced by new. That's how we are kept alive. Flow. So flow of Sisti, Sthiti and Laya. Flow of birth, maintenance, destruction. In a circular way, actually helping everything to be maintained, continuing. Time also like that. Time, Samaya Akhanda, concept of the Akhanda time is time, free of the concept, free of the limited, particular concept of past, present, future. Time is time. Now, when we are dividing the time into past, present and future, then, although we are dividing, but it's a one flow, one non-divided flow. Real time flow cannot be divided. It is what it is. Okay? Same time flew, same time flowed in past, same time and time principle flowing in the present, same time principle will be flowing in future. Principle remains the same. Space
confirmed in Brahma Samhita.
Right.
Yes.
The principle of time and space, remain the same. Okay. So, changes going on in the lap of unchangeable, eternal principle. Achinta Veda Veda.
Must be.
Achinta Veda Veda. See, so much changes happen in our life starting from childhood till now, and it will still to be continuing in future life. But still, it's the same myself. In spite of so many changes, still it is myself. I identify myself as me and mine. Okay? But I identify myself as me and mine. This doesn't mean I am the same I as I was in the childhood or in the youthful days. Although I am same I, at the same time not same I. Again, Achinta Veda Veda. principle everywhere. Every point of creation, every point of all our activities in our life or in the material realm, all actually being run following Achinta Bheda Bheda principles. All running, continuing, following the foundational and ultimate Achinta Bheda Bheda principle. Cannot exist without that principle. And Mahaprabhu practically offered, realistically offered that principle before us as the Siddhanta, ultimate Siddhanta. So back to the point. What to speak more of creation, even the functions of maintenance also happening through the process of continued little stages of creations bound together, like in a line.
Beautifully said.
Like in a line. Although I am drawing one line very quickly, but it is a sum total of so many dots together. So many dots joined together, unified together, creating one line, maintaining one line. Okay? So many individual time points making up a huge time. Although time is neither a point nor length. We cannot conceive of time neither by length nor by point. It is what it is. It is unlimited length. Time means unlimited length of concept of our feelings. It means it's a fractional. It also means its seed form it's a fractional, multifractional, maybe 1/1000th of a second time point, maybe 1/100000th of a second, even more than that, 1/1000000000th of a second, very small, that is also time. So both are time concept at the same time, neither of them. Time means what it is. Time means it's longer than the longest, smaller than the smallest time unit. Again, Anoroniyan, Mahato Mahiya. Ultimately, Lord Krishna says, I am the time.
Kalasmi.
Kalasmi, Lokokshayatik Pravita, I am the time. So, time is none other than another form of Krishna. Time, space, this universal form, another expansion of, wonderful expansion of Krishna's Virata Rupa. Virata Rupa. So, this Virata Rupa, universal form of Krishna, came from Krishna, not through Big Bang theory. That is the truth. And then at some point, these are all relative differences between creation, maintenance, destruction. They're all going on and on and on in a circular way, creating the same circle. Okay? So one is complementing the other. See, ultimately it is that. Therefore, devotees are never afraid of death. Devotees are never afraid of death of the body because they know I am not dying. I am just passing through different stages of birth, maintenance, and annihilation, destruction of the body. I'm simply changing the body, changing one body to accept another, or changing one body just to get liberation. Okay, changing this body to receive my eternal divine body. on the plane of perfection, the plane of Krishna Loka, to receive the eternal body. So they look at the death very differently, never afraid of. Because death is not death to them at all. So there is no question of fear. No question of fear of death. That when they actually conceive of the reality, there is a transformative. Okay? Birth, maintenance, and destruction is a transformative process. Same process of the transformations from one into another. Okay. Of course, when the death is very painful, very horrible, painful death, of course there is so much suffering in that. Okay, painful death. But a pure devotee situated on the higher level, even they don't fear any accidental death. They know it's painful. Before accident, they know it is very painful. But they also know Supreme Lord has also naturally made some arrangement to fall unconscious before, so that one doesn't have to feel the extreme pain. As soon as one gets unconscious, before feeling into extreme pain, so there is no more sensation of the pain. You know, no more sensation of the pain. So it is also arranged by the nature, not to make him or her suffer so much, too much. Pain, when pain becomes unbearable, whether fear or pain becomes unbearable, normally, naturally, that person cannot hold it anymore, falls unconscious. Then he doesn't know anything. No. Anything is arranged by the nature. So it is a kind way of the nature also, see? Natural kind way, so that we do not have to suffer too much through too much pain. Even in our body, when too much pain, painkiller is not necessary, body gets numb. Within a tolerable range, we need to take painkillers and all to subside with the pain. Okay, within a range of the toleration. If it gets beyond toleration, body gets numb automatically. So, usually it happens that way. So, see, so lot of aspects of the realities to be understood. Lot of wonderful ways and things to be known in relation to Krishna's creation. Krishna's creation. Again, from the Annaya view, Mahabhagavata's view, the universal creation both ways. Annayat and Vyatireka. Some portion in Annaya positive way, some portion, some activities going on more negative sense, negative way, jara, mic, negative ways. So, they see active and passive ways, positive ways of the Leela of the Lord. In the universal creation, they see some Leela of the Lord going on in a more positive way, Annayat. Okay. Positive ways, positively active and positively passive ways. Positive ways means is positively positive and positively negative ways. But some part they also view just negative ways, although they have got the necessity. Layam part, Sisti, Sthiti and Loy has got some necessity for bringing up further creation, to create the room, create the space for further creations. unless until something is not diluted, unless until something is diluted, dissolved, how that can be recreated? It can be reborn, fresh way, not possible. So that's the natural way. Therefore, when we speak of the universal creation, law, ways of the universal creation containing this process of Sisti Sthiti Layam, in chained way, circular way, going on and on and on. Birth, maintenance and destruction. Again birth, see, birth, maintenance and death. Birth, maintenance and death. Death means again birth, rebirth, re-maintenance, then re-destruction. Rebirth, re-maintenance, re-destruction. Okay. This is going on and on. Basically it's the same reality. Different forms of the same reality. Because soul never gets destroyed. It's even just passing through transformations. Soul is never born. Is entering a body in mother's womb, like very, very, very subtle seed form of the life. Okay, entering subtle seed form of the life. So in the process of inception or conception in mother's womb, it starts. How it starts, which way exactly life point starts, cannot be explained by scientists, or cannot be explained by human knowledge. It is so mysteriously covered, wonderful, but it happens. Because it is happening, therefore we are receiving the life. How it's happening, which way it's happening, who is controller, how, cannot be explained. Scientists are trying. Material scientists are trying for many, many years, long time, cannot. And they will never. But it is beyond their material knowledge. As long as they remain material, they'll try to understand in a material way.
Must.
Cannot.
Must.
They cannot. But they can realize it when they try to realize about it, conceive of it in spiritual sense through meditation. They may realize something, how life point coming, how soul. See, so subtle. Balagra shatabhagasya, shatadha kalpitasya yat. That is the soul. Balagra shatabhagasya. You split the tip of hair in 100 times, and then each of that 100, each of that particle you receive from that 100 splits, each split is again split up in 10,000 ways, then that's the idea of a soul. Even is close to even smaller than subatomic level, or close to the subatomic level, but it's so powerful. Even that particle is so powerful, that is giving life, starting life in mother's womb. Okay. With the help of some spiritual and material process, it's starting growing life. Without it, no baby will grow in mother's womb. Without that. Okay. Without the plantation or entrance of that life seed, no matter how much amount of biological stuffs mother's womb may have, cannot grow anything. That is so such wonderful. So creation is happening in the conjunctions of spirits and matter together. Spiritual energy coming, pure spiritual energy coming through the glance of Lord Vishnu and Krishna and falling on the energy, on Krishna's another form of spiritual energy, but which also has got the material aspect of the energy of Krishna. It's called Mahamaya. So glance is falling, means meeting, affecting Maic energy of Krishna, which is a mixture of spiritual and material energy. Because our body, our life is the combination of spirit and matter. This is material body. Material body is being possible, is alive because of the spirit. As soon as the spirit is withdrawn, it will be a dead body, just materially dead body. So we are living, our body is living, active means it's a unification of spirit and matter. Action of spirit and matter. It's so wonderfully created. That's how. So that's the nature of the material universe. I'm not talking about the spiritual universe. Talking about the material universe. So material universe and nature of material universal creation. Nature of material universal creation is the conjunction of spiritual and material energy. Pure spiritual energy coming directly from Vishnu or Krishna, and material energy coming directly from Mahamaya, which is also the energy of Krishna. So finally material energy also coming from Krishna or Vishnu through Mahamaya, translated through Mahamaya for certain purpose. Creation of the material universe has got certain purpose of education, giving educations and comparative experiences in our life, in our beings, to have comparative education and experiences between material world and divine world, between material concept of life and divine concept of life. Therefore it has got purpose. That's why it's created. See, today we are on the material, today we are talking, we are discussing and releasing such topics, also being on the material plane. But what we are engaged in is not material. What we are engaged in, purely spiritual, high class spiritual topics, realizations. Although some way we are living on the material plane, but we are not affected by the material plane. Although some functions are here. See? So even on this plane we can relate to Krishna. Even from this plane, from the mundane plane, we can connect with Krishna, relate with Krishna, because after all, ultimately, this material plane or material universe is none other than another aspect or energy form of Krishna. It's not separate from Krishna. Separated part and parcel, but it is parts and parcel of Krishna. Directly separated, but indirectly still related. Separated in a direct sense, but indirectly it is related. Not separated. Therefore Swami Prabhupada used that term. Parts and parcel but separated. Separated but still parts and parcel. Even after being separated, parts and parcel inherits. Always maintain some connection with its source. Definitely inherits. Okay, cannot be completely separated. As the cause cannot be, although cause manifests in a separated way from the, although the effect from a cause manifests in a separated way, not always, but sometimes, can manifest in a separated way, but still that effect cannot be completely separated from the cause. Effect cannot deny its relationship, inseparable relationship with its cause. If that cause would not be there, this effect would not have come.
Inextricable link.
Exactly. Although apparently separated from the cause, effect is separated from the cause. Okay? Not directly related, but still spiritually, invisibly, very subtly, it is related, ever related. Because effect inheriting many qualities, nature from the cause. In a similar way, although we are conditioned by the mundanity, although we are mundanely conditioned by mundane nature, as long as we are living on the mundane plane, we are so much influenced by the mundane energy, yet you can still connect with Krishna. Even living in association with the mundane energy, if we truly mean to connect with Krishna, then because mundane energy, the mundane aspect, mundane energy also no other than another form of Krishna's energy. It's a Maya energy. It's a Mayic form of Krishna's energy. Bahiranga Shakti. But it is Krishna's. Nobody can deny. Maya is not different, or totally separate. Cannot but be Krishna's energy. What to do? She has to act according to the order of Krishna, according to the direction of Krishna, the way Krishna gave her duty. Because Krishna wanted this form of energy to work in a just material way, illusory way, for comparative distinctions between Antaranga and Bahiranga energy. So, Maya energy has to go on doing its duty accordingly. But after all, finally, ultimately, is none other than another form of Krishna's energy. And that is why it is possible for us to connect with Krishna while living in contact with Krishna's energy, maybe in material form. Still we can do it. What to speak more of when we are in association with Krishna's spiritual form of energy. Okay. So, even the material energy no more acts as material energy or creating hindrance, obstacles on our way to advance with Krishna consciousness, on our way to relate to Krishna. If we know how to connect with material energy in a Krishna conscious way, in Krishna consciousness, then material energy no more remains as material energy, it is spiritualized. It becomes Chinmaya, spiritually qualified. That's how Mahabhagavatas do. They're dealing with all material substance and things outwardly. We are seeing Mahabhagavata Uttamathikari devotees are directly relating and connecting with and dealing with material stuffs, but although we are seeing that he is doing something in a material way, dealing in a material way, but factually, whatever way of the dealings they are having with them, all spiritually qualified, spiritualized, whether or not we can conceive of it. I repeat, whether or not we can conceive of it, but that is the reality. They deal with everything spiritually. Okay? They no more have material conditionings in their dealings. But because of our limitations, mundane limitation, we can still see, Uttamadhikari devotee, they are also relating the similar way like we do, a material way relating to material stuffs. So, wonderful ways to understand the realities, deeper realities, higher realities of life. They will say transcendental. not just said without a purpose. It has got a purpose to say transcendental, meaning transcendental. Transcending our limited human knowledge, limited human conceptions. It stays, it lives, it reigns. That's how the subjective, super subjective realities reign over everything. Gaur Hari Gaur. Okay. Stop here.